We all know Judge Frank Caprio. For 40 years, he has been the face of compassion in the Providence Municipal Court. He forgives tickets for single moms, he jokes with kids, and he treats everyone with dignity. But on a Tuesday morning in November, something walked into his courtroom that tested his patience like never before. Sheriff Bull Connor wasn't just a police officer, he was a tyrant. For 30 years, he ran his county with an iron fist, targeting black and Latino, delighted. You got my nephew Billy coming up for sentencing on that DUI charge. I'm here to make sure you understand the local customs. Judge Caprio, local customs. Sheriff, your nephew drove drunk and crashed into a church van. He is facing serious charges. Sheriff Connor, charges? In my town, we take care of our own. You're going to dismiss those charges, Frank, or you're going to find out why they call me the bull. Judge Caprio's smile fades. He looks serious now. The sheriff looks aggressive. Judge Caprio took off his glasses. The kindness in his eyes vanished. Judge Caprio, are you threatening a judicial officer in his own courtroom, Sheriff? Sheriff Connor, I'm educating you. You sit up here with your TV show and your nice guy act. But out on the streets, I run this town. Not the mayor. Not you. Me. I decide who goes to jail. The sheriff leaned in close, his voice dripping with venom. Sheriff Connor, you let my nephew walk. Or maybe my deputies start pulling over your grandkids. I hear they drive through my district on weekends. Be a shame if we found something in their trunk. Judge Caprio leans back. He looks sad for the sheriff, not scared. The threat was sickening. He was threatening the judge's family. The sheriff looked around the room at the terrified spectators. He felt invincible. But Judge Caprio didn't get angry. He didn't yell. He just looked at the sheriff with pity. Judge Caprio, Sheriff, my father was a milkman. He taught me that a man who uses power to hurt the weak is no man at all. You think you run this town? Sheriff Connor, I know I do. Judge Caprio, well, Sheriff, you might run the streets, but you don't run the FBI. A janitor in the back sweeping the floor suddenly stops. He stands up. The sheriff frowned. FBI, what are you talking about? Judge Caprio, did you really think we didn't know? We've been watching you for 2 years. The bribes, the planted evidence, the intimidation. Sheriff Connor, you're bluffing. It's your word against mine. Nobody in here is going to testify against me. Judge Caprio, I wasn't talking about them. Judge Caprio pointed to the back of the room. Judge Caprio, Agent Miller, did the microphone pick that up? In the back row, a man dressed as a janitor, sweeping the floor, suddenly dropped his broom. He pulled a gold badge from his dirty jumpsuit. Agent Miller, loud and clear, Judge. We got the threat on tape. That's a federal felony. 4 spectators stand up and draw weapons. The sheriff looks terrified. Sheriff Connor's face went pale. He reached for his gun out of instinct. Agent Miller, don't do it, Connor. Suddenly, 4 other people in the courtroom, a woman reading a book, a student, and an old man, all stood up. They were all undercover federal agents. Judge Caprio, you see, Sheriff, I knew you would come to bully me, so I let the feds borrow my courtroom. You just threatened a judge in front of 5 federal witnesses. Agent Miller walked up, spun the sheriff around, and slapped the handcuffs on him. The click echoed through the silent room. Sheriff Connor, Frank, you can't do this. We're friends. Judge Caprio, we are not friends. You are a disgrace to that uniform. Judge Caprio banging the gavel. Sheriff being dragged out. As they dragged the sheriff out, Judge Caprio put his glasses back on. Judge Caprio, in this courtroom, nobody is above the law. Not even the sheriff. Next case, Sheriff Connor was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison. Judge Caprio proved that day that kindness is not weakness. If you think the sheriff got what he deserved, hit the like button. Subscribe for more justice.